Travis Morstead to get this one started. And we are underway. Going to bring it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out. It to 20. The Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
There's nothing the league's best quarterback didn't achieve last season. Super Bowl trophy? Check. MVP award? Check. League leader in yards and touchdowns? Check. How does he top the season he had last year? I don't know. But Patrick Mahomes, he usually finds a way.
15.
Now a seventh-round surprise from a year ago. It's Isaiah Pacheco. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
A good rip by Pacheco. And you have to go back to 1990 with Johnny Johnson with the Cardinals to find a rookie 7th rounder with more rushing yards than he had last season. The 251st pick out of Rutgers took over the KC backfield with 830 yards in 2022.
Mahomes now on first down. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And we've got an injured player, and that's Travis Kelce, who appears to be in a bit of discomfort. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 58 yards. And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they called his number in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
After years of flirting with the idea, the 4-time MVP finally found his way out of Green Bay this offseason, guiding himself to the Jets. We know he's already a Hall of Fame lock, but this is a chance to add one more crowning achievement to his resume.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
12 more yards there and another first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On second down, Cook. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And complete right side to Cook. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
It to his running back, but how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Yeah, 300.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
This is 2nd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. And that falls to the ground, complete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Pass. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 57 yards. And the Chiefs are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And some room to run now. 37-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. They run the counter with Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Tony. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC's offense ready to take over. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first two drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
No, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Rodgers going to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing is Rodgers. That is caught. And a touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. This is caught. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Rodgers going to try and run. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Cook. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again.
And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass.
Now Patrick going to change the play.
First down, Kansas City.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
2nd and 10. Now they'll audible to something else.
On play action, it's Mahomes. A hit as he throws.
Whoa, look at that face.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any completions on 1st and 2nd down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they was almost shadowing him all along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Cracked his ass.
Kadarius Toney as the first half is winding down.
And the Chiefs would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards.
And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
So we have come to halftime, and what's already a 2-touchdown.
A happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
In motion right, that's Wilson. Now Rodgers. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter, and the entire 4th remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the 2nd half, this could rapidly reach.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
Look.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that's not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little.
Taking it right down Broadway. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 42 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
They'll try to run it in motion right. And he's going to take it in for the Jets touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Jets take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much and you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And now they're in the hurry-up. Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Running lanes ran a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
Again, it's Pacheco. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They go play fake. Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 29 yards. And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, with the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Holding offense.
Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there.
Still first down.
Rodgers wants to change the look. They'll drop the throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing for the... Oh, he put it on the cart with a fumble. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you didn't mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out now come the throw here, pulled in by Lazard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, I can put it with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Jets' 39-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it with Pacheco. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. That is incomplete.
And they're at the point in the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Rodgers.
Took a lineman and let the computer do
He's
all the
got
work.
his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Got the most problems.
Rodgers again now. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receiver.
And I both know that just won't do, so I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Rodgers.
What
And
the
that
fuck
is
is that?
incomplete.
This game be full of shit.
Partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
That's bullshit.
All right,
There's nobody even around him to bat the ball
on
away.
4th down. They're going for it. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked
That
up.
motherfucker said he batted the ball down and with nobody near him.
At their own 33. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on the... Offensively, they had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And they're going to speed things up here.
A gain of 26 yards. First
When Mahomes sees something, he'll change the play. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Mahomes pass intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get...
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One final try now for Rodgers. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So this one in the win column for Kansas.